Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. This is 3 minutes to 7 p.m. And right now I'm all alone. I know once it's 7 p.m., I'm sure I'm going to be seeing more people joining this live video. Okay. So once it's 7 p.m., we start off. Once it's 7 p.m., we kick off officially. Right now, I'm just sorting out a few things. My aim is to make sure that we stick to the time. Is there anything I'm missing out? Two. Okay, it's 7 p.m. on the dot. So good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Skill Up Initiative Rebooted. My name is Chioma Nnanna, and I am the founder of Creatives in Business. Okay, we have 3 people watching us, and I'm sure that more people are going to join us soon. I just announced that we are live. So good evening, everyone. Welcome once again to the Skill Up Initiative Rebooted. My name is Chioma Nnanna, the founder of Creators in Business, and I'm going to be your host tonight. So please, if you're live with me, I want to make some comments. Let me know if you can hear me clearly. Let me know if you can see me clearly. And let me know how excited you are to be a part of the second edition of the Skill Up Initiative organized by Creatives in Business. So just make some noise in the comment section. Let me know if I am audible enough. Let me know if my video is quite clear. And let me know what your expectations are tonight. So the Skill Up Initiative, for those of you that just got to know about it, is a youth empowerment program organized by Creators in Business to equip youths with relevant skills in order to thrive in the new economy. Now, the first edition held in May, and we had over 1,000 participants from various countries around the world. And this is the second edition you are a part of. And this time it is not just bigger, it is better, because now it is for not just even 1,000 youths, not even 2,000 youths, not even 3,000 youths, not even 4,000 youths, but for 5,000 youths. And what makes it amazing is the fact that we have a lineup of amazing guest speakers. We have up to 11 guest speakers that would be sharing their wealth of knowledge with participants during this training. Okay, I'm seeing some comments from Elizabeth Akpa. She said she can hear me. Welcome, Elizabeth. Welcome. Okay, I've seen another comment from Treasure Amma. Said, good evening, Chioma Nnanna. This is wow. Good evening, too. Thank you so much. So if you're just joining us, please introduce yourself. Tell us your name and where you are participating from. Just say, my name is so and so, participating from Lagos, Nigeria, or from Ghana. So let's get an introduction rolling. I can see Abigail Ogbodo. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, I love this. So don't forget to make your introduction. Tell me your name and where you're participating from. And in case you missed my introduction, I said my name is Chioma Nnanna, and I am the founder of Creatives in Business, and I will be your moderator tonight. Okay? Now, tonight is going to be amazing. We're starting on a very, very high note. Tonight, we have two amazing guest speakers that would be speaking to us today on two very important topics. We have Gifts Njoku and we have Israel Nwafor, who will be speaking to us tonight on two amazing topics. Gifts Njoku will be speaking to us on speaking your way to influence, and Israel Nwafor will be speaking to us on talent monetization. Okay, I can see some introductions. My name is Elizabeth Akpa, participating from Nasarawa, Nigeria. Welcome, Elizabeth. My name is Amarachi Treasure, participating from Enugu, Nigeria. Welcome, welcome, Treasure. Welcome. It's great to have you. So let's keep the introductions going. Let's keep the introductions going. Okay, I'm checking some things on my screen, trying to. Let's keep the introductions going. Link to one of our speakers. That's why I was away for a while, so please pardon me. Okay, I'm seeing some introductions. My name is Precious, participating from Lagos. Welcome, Precious. Welcome. Great to have you. My name is Ezechiku Vivian. Welcome, Vivian. Welcome, Emmanuel. Welcome, Vivian. So we have people participating from different states in Nigeria: Lagos, Ogun State, Enugu, Nasarawa. Welcome to every single one of you. Now, we have our guest in the house, and I'm so excited So before I hand over to our guest tonight, I'm going to tell you a little bit about our guest. Now I'm going to read in her bio because her bio is quite lengthy. It's just a little bit of the main bio I'm going to read in tonight. So our guest speaker is going to be speaking to us on speaking your way to influence. And who is our guest speaker? Our guest speaker is none other than Gift Njoku. Now, Gift Njoku is also known as the public speaking guru and is a graduate of economics from Michael Okpara University of Agriculture. She's a young Nigerian public speaker and a master compere with over 13 years of speaking experience. She is a certified public speaker and a workshop facilitator from the prestigious International Transformation Academy. She is the founder of ACE Speech and Writing Hub. She is the two-time student for the Advancement of Global Entrepreneurship Sage World Cup winner, Odessa, Ukraine, 2007, and Abuja, Nigeria, 2008, as the team president. She was one of the top 5 national finalists, Rickety Bankisher Global Entrepreneurship Challenge 2018 and 2019. Gift has trained over 3,000 young people and impacted many through public speaking and capacity development. She is the host of the popular virtual international event, Youth Entrepreneurship Summit. Just recently, she anchored an over 30-minute fireside chat with the former president of Nigeria, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo. Come on. She is passionate about helping young people find their voices through effective communications mastery and capacity development programs. So, ladies and gentlemen, after reading that kind of powerful bio, let's give a huge warm welcome to our guest speaker today, the first speaker for the Skill Up Initiative Rebooted, Njoku Gift. Welcome, Ma. Great to have you in the house. It's a great privilege to have you speak to us and share your wealth of experience. So we're going to hand over now to Gift Njoku. We can't wait to listen to you, Ma. Okay, while we're waiting for our guests to take over, let me continue with the reading of introductions. Ogechi from Cross River, welcome. Welcome, Gloria from Osun State. Welcome, Vivian from Imo State. Yes, Princess Mirabel. You said that was a powerful profile. Yes, Njoku Gift has a powerful profile, and we're excited to have her tonight. The part of the profile that blew my mind especially was where I read that she interviewed a former president of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo. It's not easy to interview a president. As a public speaker, I know what it means. So I'm so excited to draw from our wealth of knowledge. Our topic today is speaking your way to influence. Now, today we have 2 speakers. Gift Njoku will speak to us from 7 to 8 p.m., while Israel Nwankwo will take over from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. to speak on talent monetization. Okay, we have our first participant from outside Nigeria, Precious Nnamdi from India. Welcome, Precious. Great to have you today. Great to have you. Okay, I'm trying to check what's the issue with our speaker. I'm trying to find out if there is any issue from our speaker's side. So please, if I'm touching my screen a lot, excuse that. Okay, David Ekechi from Lagos, welcome. Welcome. Okay, so our speaker joined a while back, but then I think there is an issue from our end, and I'm sure she's going to sort it out in a few minutes. Welcome, Onyinye Uba, joining from Lagos. Nice to have you. Welcome. Welcome. Please let me know if I'm audible. Let me know if you can hear me clearly and if you can see me clearly. So while you're still introducing yourselves, I'm going to be away for just 1 minute highest. Let me get back to our speaker and know if there's any issue from our end so I can fix up the connection. Okay. Our guest is with us. Finally, our guest is with us. I'm so happy. So we've introduced you and read your powerful bio, and everyone is expectant. We are all waiting to draw from your well of knowledge. So I'm going to hand over to you now, Ma. It's a great privilege to have you with us tonight.
Thank you very much, Choma. I'm so sorry. It's about to rain here, and
Oh
my
my God.
network is really responding fine. I'm so sorry, but I believe everyone can hear me. You can hear me clearly, right?
I can hear you clearly.
Okay, it's breaking. I don't know why.
I can hear you clearly from my end.
It's from me. Okay, thank you. All right. So I feel
Vivian
like it's
said very
still
audible.
breaking again. Whoa.
It's breaking just, but not so bad. We can still
MTN,
follow
please
you if
favor
you
me.
continue.
MTN, favor me. God, I am so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. So I'm going to say,
Okay, we
can you
have
hear me
gratitude.
again to know if
I can hear you clearly. Okay, okay. So I guess we're having a little issue from our end because it's raining over at Abuja where she is. But we are hoping that our network becomes better so that we can kick off. Our session is from 7 to 8 p.m. From 8 p.m., Israel Nwako will pick up to talk to us on talent monetization. But I'm very excited about Gift Njoku's session because she's going to speak to us on speaking your way to influence. You know, we all talk, but how can you make what you say to push you to influence? How can you stand out by speaking? And that's what we're going to learn from her. Speaking has taken me to places, speaking has opened doors for me. So she's going to tell us how you can also go to places, how you can build influence just by speaking. Like I read her bio, she interviewed a former president because she's a public speaker. She's going to show you how to do that. So you don't just talk. Talk is not cheap. So you can now use speaking to become influential. Okay, more people are joining us. Similane, Samuel. Okay, so while we're waiting for our guests to pick up, please let me know what are your expectations during this training. Let me know what are you expecting today? What are you expecting to learn today? What do you expect to learn during her session? Like I told you, our topic is speaking your way to influence. So what do you expect to learn? And do you have any questions ahead of time that you would love our guests to answer so that I could jot them down and then when you're done, she would answer them for you? Welcome, Lillian from Owerri. Welcome. Great to have you. So you can start dropping your questions ahead of time. You can start dropping your expectations. Trust me, it's going to be a transformative experience. I've listened to Gift Njoku speak before, and it was an amazing one. It was amazing, so amazing. I learned so much. So I'm sure that you're going to have an amazing experience. Okay. Similarly, Samuel said it's also raining in Ibadan. Thank God it's not raining in Anambra State. Thank God. Thank God, because I don't know what I'm going to do. Thank God. But I'm sure we're going to pull through. The rain cannot stop tonight. The rain cannot stop tonight experience. So I'm going to be waiting for your questions, waiting for your expectations. Okoye Blessing from Anambra State. Welcome. Welcome. So once your questions drop, I'm going to note them down. I'm going to note them down so that when our guests start speaking, I would ask her your questions. You could start dropping your questions and dropping your expectations. Okay, welcome, Constance. Welcome, Constance. Great to have you. Okay, I don't know why my camera is frozen. Can you still hear me clearly? Can you still see me? Because from my end, the video is kind of frozen. It's not moving anymore. So let me know if you can still hear me and see me. Okay. Okay. Elizabeth Akpa said, my expectations are learning the rudiments that would give me access to impactful influence. Okay. Great expectation. I'm sure you're going to get that. Imo Lydia from Anambra. Chikwim from Lagos. Chamaka from Lagos. Welcome. Okay. Ogechi Adili said, I expect to gain from our wealth of experience. Wow. Why did you decide to reign today of all days when we have to listen to her? Okay. So while we wait for our guest, I'm going to just take over and share. Thank God I'm a public speaker too. So while she's having issues from our end, I'm going to talk about public speaking with you. And I'm going to share some public speaking tips with you. I'm going to start from the rudimentary aspects of public speaking. I'm going to start from the basics of public speaking. So now, first of all, what is public speaking? If you've heard me talk about public speaking before, you know that there's a particular definition that I love so much. And that is public speaking is the act of performing a speech. Okay? If you can hear me clearly, just write that down. Public speaking is the act of performing a speech. Now, why do I like the word perform? Simple. Because when you say public speaking is the act of performing a speech, it simply tells you that it is more than just reading some lines from a piece of paper. It is about performing the speech. There was a book I read, The Greatest Salesman. I love that book. And one line that I keep remembering, that I can never ever forget, was when the author said, a great public speaker is first of all a great actor. Let me take that again. A great public speaker is first of all a great actor. So that tells you that public speaking is way more than just the words you say. Your facial expression counts, your hand movements counts, your dressing counts, your stage management counts, your voice speech counts, your eye contact counts. Every single thing you do on stage matters a lot. It is more than just reading some lines. Anybody can read lines. That's what newscasters do. But to be a great public speaker, you have to learn the act of acting. Okay? Okay, Vivian Inkiruka said, I believe at the end of the session, I'll be able to speak my way through to influence. My speech will open doors for me and will all impact people someday. Amazing, amazing explanation. Amazing, amazing goal. Okay? Okay. So, like I was saying, it's the act of performing a speech, not just reading some lines from your speech. And that's why we find many of our Nigerian politicians' speech boring, because they read their speech. They carry a piece of paper and they go, she was one of the top 5 national finalists. That is reading. That's what a newscaster would do. As a public speaker, the words you say are more than just words. You have to embody it. You have to know when to pause, you have to know when to go high, when to go low. Your voice modulation matters a lot. Okay? So our guest is finally with us, and I'm going to hand over to her. So great to have you back in the house, public
Thank you
speaking
very
guru.
much. Thank you very much, Oma. And once again, guys, I am really sorry for the break in transmission. I had to switch network. MTN decided to ghost me alongside the rain. I guess in between, you might be hearing the breeze. Like, it's really breezy right now. It's about to rain. The rain hasn't started. I just hope Ethel does me more of the favor. So I'm going to dive right into what I have for today. Our time has been fast spent, but trust me, you are still going to be served and served properly. Yeah. Okay,
Thank you.
I was asked to speak about speaking your way to influence. Yes, so that's what I'm going to be talking about today. But then before I go straight into the main subject, it's very important everyone knows that they are going to really understand what it means to speak their way to influence, and they are going to practically learn how to do that. I'm not here to just speak theory. I'm going to speak theoretically but say things that are practical. If you do them, you're very sure to speak your way to influence. Yeah. Then that aside, it's very important you please dedicate the next, I think the next 45 minutes, if we have up to that. Yes, the next 45 minutes to this event. If you are here, if you are live, be live. Don't juggle in between. You go halfway out of YouTube and come back. And if you're yet to subscribe, yes, I need to say this. Subscribe to her channel and turn on the notification button so that whenever the event is about, other speakers are yet to come up in subsequent days. Whenever the event is about starting, you get notified about an event or a video that drops. Very importantly, and get your pen and jotter close to you. If you're here to do that in the next 30 seconds, please, or the next
I'm
one
with
minute.
mine.
Oh, great. Nice, 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 nice. All right. So, in speaking your way to influence, it's very important you understand the concept of public speaking. I didn't name myself the public speaking guru. Mm-mm. It was bestowed on me by the gods. By the gods, I mean like by my big, big mentors in the communications industry. They felt like, okay, she deserves this name. Why don't we give it to her? And when they started calling me, initially I'm like, I beg, oh, I beg. But then I just decided to adopt the name. After all, when your elders say this is supposed to be what you're supposed to be, who are you to say no? So that's like part of, and that's like an endorsement to saying, oh, you are good at this, you do this. People have already recognized that. See, as much as they understand that I am a brand that is growing, I'm a person that is growing with my brand, to some extent, to a large extent, yes, you are really doing something with what you are doing. So I'm trying to use my story. I'm going to be very practical, like I said. I'll use my story and the story of some other person, the stories of some other persons that would definitely challenge you to taking whatever you do serious, to taking the art of public speaking serious. If you're that type that you're still telling yourself, it is my nature, speaking is not my thing, I believe you're going to have a mindset shift today and discover and realize that whether or not you're an introvert, whether you're an introvert or extrovert, you have the ability and potential to speak and speak effectively, because it's something that everyone must and should know. Now, as part of my introductory speech, I'm going to make reference to the just concluded Youth Entrepreneurship Summit I held this month. Yeah, from the 2nd to 4th. It later had to shift to 5th of October because of the general global shutdown in social media stuff. Yeah, sorry. So basically, what happened during the event? We had lots of speakers, and one of the speakers made emphasis. Someone asked, "How do I begin? How do I start as a business person that have mastered my craft? How do I start?" And then the person said something. He said, the speaker said something. And the speaker said something. Sorry about that. He said, when you want to start up, make sure you can effectively communicate. Master the art of speaking in public and communicating effectively. For those people saying English is not our native language, Igbo is my native language, Yoruba, Hausa. When you start business, will you be speaking Yoruba and Hausa to everybody? So there are certain things that if you like, you use, beat your chest, carry your head up high and be forming that you know your language. It is very good to know your language. But in the outside world, because you're not interacting with only your village people, you're not interacting with only your tribal people. See, this thing is very important. Stop deceiving yourself that it is in your nature to be shy. You cannot stand in front of an audience. Something that has a cure, something that has a backup, something that has a plan B, quickly go for it. There are people that teach how to build confidence and speak in public. What is stopping you from going after them? If you don't have money to pay for a course, start somewhere. Go on YouTube. If you subscribe to Chioma Inc. Inspires and Chioma Inspires page, you will definitely be getting tips, useful public speaking tips, because she's a public speaking coach herself. There are other platforms on YouTube. Just search public speaking tips, watch them, practice, do what they are doing. You would improve. You do not have any excuse not to build influence. You do not have any excuse. If you're still where you are, it is your fault as a very shy person, because there are platforms that can help you grow. So that's that about that. Now let's move into why you need to speak, why you need to improve your public speaking. It's very important because personally, as an individual, you need it for interpersonal relationships. In your family, there are certain things that if you are too scared of speaking, you would hardly learn to interact with people. I mean, in your family, your nuclear and extended family, and then bring it home to friends, bring it down to friends, to your classmates in school. So many persons do not relate with you. I'm not saying you should be shining teeth with everywhere you go, you're shining teeth because you can speak in public. That's not what I'm talking about. But then it's very important for growing to personal relationships. You just know how to address certain issues, you know how to talk to people. It's also very important for gaining opportunities. Opportunities come knocking to some persons when it comes to expressing themselves, but they always miss out on that because they don't know how to speak. They don't know how to approach issues. You have a defense, a knight to your defense. You're saying, "Omo, I cannot stand in front of people." Did you know? I don't understand. It's very normal. It's very normal to at some point experience stage fright. It's very normal. See, if you experience stage fright, don't feel like they picked you from the blues or you people are manipulating you. It's normal. But then these are things, like I said earlier, that have solutions. What is stopping you from reaching out for solutions? You have a defense, and a night to your defense, you're still thinking about how you're going to face a crowd. What happened to preparation? What happened to seeking help? What happened to bringing, taking all, like, going all out to see how you can change this ugly narrative? So you miss out on opportunities. During your defense, a lecturer can pick interest in your manner of presentation, not your content, just the manner of presentation, and they are so interested in what you're saying. Some persons get so lost in the way you're speaking, your gesticulation, your articulation, and they are not even, like, they lose concentration on whether or not she's actually answering our questions. When I did my internal defense, we did external, but not everybody presented. I did present. When I did my external defense, my internal defense, and then they said, Okay, explain to us, tell us about your project." Already we had hints that we're going to be asked to do a general summary of we discussed in the project. So they said, "Okay, you have like 2 minutes. Just keep talking. Don't stop before they ask you to stop." Now, five persons entered. I was the fifth. We entered together. And The first person talked and talked for less than a minute, second person less than a minute, and then they started bombarding them with questions. When it was my turn, I just started talking. They had to tell me, thank you very much, it's okay. Now, already I knew that I was to summarize with my abstract, because your abstract is like the summary of your project, right? But when I was done with summarizing my abstract, I started talking about other things because I had time. I felt like they should stop me because that was what I heard. Now, when they stopped me, they're like, wow. The first lecturer said, wow. Another one said, beautiful presentation. And someone else was like, any question? Nobody had a question. Sincerely speaking, during my defense, sincerely speaking.
Wow.
And then my supervisor was there. And my supervisor was like, nobody has a question. Please go through her project. Though they were going through one of our lecture, and I said, okay, it was a very. I love your manner of presentation. Now you were so calm. You were detailed. He now looked at my brain and there's a place you're supposed to do so, 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 and so. What happened now? My supervisor was the one that answered the questions. He said, oh, let me hold on, and then he checked. I asked her to take it out. She actually included it, but I asked her to take it out. And then the lecturer was like, but it was supposed to be inclusive. He said, I did that for my students. And that was all. Good thing I had an A in my project. So that's that about your manner of presentation. Thank you. That's that about your mind. There are many opportunities. And after that presentation, I remember one of the lecturers was like, you are now my friend, though. You're going to teach me how to present and stuff. Like, it's a very good way of fostering relationships apart from getting opportunities. You miss out on opportunities when you do not know how to express yourself through effective public speaking. So let's move into types of speakers. So if you want to build your way, if you want to build influence through public speaking, you have to carve a niche for yourself. You can't be everywhere for starters. You can be everywhere as a speaker when you gain your ground. But when you're starting out, which is your area of concentration? Where do you have strength in? So first you have to understand the kind of speakers we have. We have motivational speakers, we have transformational speakers, we have educational speakers, we have entertaining speakers. Now let's talk about this four. There are more. If you check speaking journals, if you check Google, you see lots of branches, but these four are like it's streamlined. For the motivational speakers, I do that. There are people that teach you to aspire to perspire. People like saying that, they help you, they help you stay positive. They help you think big, think out of the box. So your head is full and you want to go on YouTube. I do that a lot. You just want to get motivation, motivational videos, motivational quotes. These are motivational speakers. If you have strength in giving people life when they are down, you have something in the motivational world. Go for it. Watch and listen to them. You would see that there is a difference between motivational speakers and educational speakers. We also call them teachers. Teachers are still speakers. Pastors are speakers. They are public speakers. Yes, it's just that they have that tag in quotes, pastors and teachers. Yes, but they are public speakers. And that is why most times they go for training. You see that a pastor teaches and most times people are sleeping. He doesn't understand basic rudiments. He doesn't understand that there is supposed to be a connection during his teaching as a pastor. So it's you see why public speaking is all encompassing. There's hardly anything you're doing without getting this. And let's move into transformational speakers. They are very close to motivational speakers. Motivational speakers can motivate you, but they are not tied to making you to seeing you through that process of transforming from what they say you should live and get into. But transformational speakers are like coaches. They tell you what to do, they help you get up from your down states and then see you, they watch you, they help you grow. Those are transformational speakers. You could call them coaches, you could call them life coaches. Like I took a course on that. I'm a certified public speaking and workshop facilitator. There are certain things you learn. So this thing I'm doing is not just, like I said, it's not just about the theory. We want to know the theories behind it. We want to know the philosophy behind it, how we are to relate and deal with people. That's why you see us taking courses upon courses, writing tests, writing exams, and taking projects. Some of the projects we undertake are practicals. So you're working with people. How do you get people transformed? What Chioma Nnanna is doing is super amazing. Not everybody can do this. Not everybody can host a conference for one day. And now you can imagine how many days she's hosting this conference, managing people. It is thought leadership. It is transformational leadership. It is transforming. You need to sit under her leadership. You need to sit under her tutelage to learn what she's doing. But what she's doing is touching lives. Please don't share that here. It's fine. Okay, let's move to educational speakers. They are your teachers, like I explained, and you know what teachers do. Almost everyone watching this video has gone through primary, nursery, primary, secondary, and some in tertiary institutions. So we all understand that. I don't have to explain too much. Moving on, we have what we call entertaining speakers. Your comedians, stand-up comedians, they are entertainers and they are public speakers too. So somebody can be funny, has the ability to crack jokes, but the person don't know how to present on stage. See, that person will not move, as he will not move as a comedian. But when they understand basic ropes on how to do these things, you now see them flying. They understand audience catching attention mechanisms. They understand those tricks. And that is one of the steps. Understanding where you are is one of the steps to building influence as a speaker. Now let's move to how you begin. Like this is the main cocoa now. This is where we are going to be putting all the
Please,
spice
before you
inside.
continue, as
Yes.
you're listening to her, please comment what you're learning, comment the points that strike you so that we can know that you're following us. Like I'm with my pen
Okay.
and paper right now and I'm jotting down so many salient points. So you can also do that by commenting so that we can know that you're getting some
Important.
important points. So you can
Yeah, it's
continue.
very
Thank you, ma'am.
while I'm speaking to you, your comments would be gingering me, to be gingering my swagger. So guys, please don't fail to comment. Yes, don't fail to comment. It's very important. Now, another thing we need to know in how do you begin? Somebody might be asking, I can public speak. I have the ability to command people's attention as a speaker when speaking. Yeah. But how do I even start up? How did you build influence? I've gotten that question so much. I started with understanding my purpose. I didn't just start up because I enjoy speaking, I enjoy talking. I saw it as something that I enjoy doing, and because I had a burden to touch lives, I wanted to touch lives through effective communication, through public speaking. And that is why I have a course. My courses are not because I want to make money. And that is why when you see the fee and then you attend the class, many students will be like, really? Are we paying 5,000 naira for a 1 month public speaking and writing course? How are you doing this? That you package so much into this. So there should be a purpose. There is something you want to achieve speaking to people. Don't just come and show up live on social media and be talking because you want to talk. And then you see that there is very little result coming out. It is because you did not identify purpose. Then secondly, learn well. Public speaking, there is a difference between a speaker and a talker. It is not just talking. It is a
Very true.
craft. It is an art. It is a skill. And people that master your art can be a talent. It can be naturally given. But trust me, you would hardly go as far as you should when you don't hone it, when you don't master it, when you don't build it. If you don't feed it, you will be where you are. Oh, this is my talent, this is my talent. When it's time to open your mouth and talk, you open your mouth and talk. You are not doing anything to grow. You will just be there and people will keep overtaking you. Overtaking is allowed though. That person that even has 10 businesses will start that thing you are doing as a public speaker and overtake you. So even if it's a talent, still build it. If it's a skill that you started learning, keep growing Till now I take courses, but then I am learning from the masters of the masters. Like there is a master that is mastering a master. So that is yes. Even your coach has a coach. So
True.
that is the process. Keep learning. And in the process of learning, you should learn, unlearn and relearn. There are certain things that I unlearn at my level, and there are certain things I am relearning because they are useful and I want to upgrade. Another thing is volunteer. You want to build your way to influence and you've mastered your craft. You're taking courses. You've packaged money. This month, this is what I am investing in my personal development as a public speaker. This month, this year, you brought out so and so amounts for public speaking. Remember, the goal is to build influence, but you are not starting out as an influencer immediately. Who knows you when you're starting out? So you're starting out as someone that wants to package. I am packaging myself. All these things I'm doing, I'm packaging. People don't even know that you're packaging yourself, but you're waiting to explode as fire. It's a process, right? And then you've learned, you discovered purpose, you've learned. That's two. Next thing is volunteer. I am available oh, see me oh, I am ready oh, use me, use me, use me. That is what you're saying. You're writing to people, you discover an influencer, you like Chioma Nnanna, you love what she does. What stops you from reaching out to her? You see that she's organizing this program. You saw this program 2 weeks ago. I don't know if you called for volunteers. I guess you called for volunteers, but even if she didn't call for volunteers and she had been posting and posting something like this is coming up, we're going to have social speakers, first design came out, first flyer design came out, and you felt like, oh, I really love what she's doing, this is what I'm passionate about. What stops you from saying, I want to volunteer? Don't pay me. When you are volunteering, please stop thinking about what they will pay you. Stop it. Stop thinking about what they will pay you. Somebody got into my volunteering team for the Youth Entrepreneurship Summit. I don't know if the person is watching this thing oh, because I posted it on my status. Don't be angry, but it's not a good attitude. You've not done any work. You're coming to ask me how much remuneration you will get. What I'm going to do to promote your brand. I don't understand. You joined the group
I'm
and I
shocked.
made it clear that this is it. As volunteers, I am not paying you. But of course, you're learning on the job. You're learning from me for free. See, if you don't, and see, I don't joke with the people that volunteer for my program. As much as it lies in your coordinator's capacity, if they have the finance to say, okay, take this for data bonus, fine. But that thank you they will say is something. You are building trust. You are buying their love to yourself, but you don't know. When I work for people for free and I do it well, it's not about volunteering. Many people said, oh, we want to volunteer, I added them to group. One day they did not say anything. But some other persons were carrying it as if it's their business. And I'm like, oh my people there. Oh. I don't joke with those kind of people. Tomorrow, if they tell me, please post about this on my status, I know how many views I get. I will post it for them. I will post that thing they want me to post for them because they painstakingly use their time, their resource, their you buying data and using it for my program, streaming my program on Zoom for 3 days is not beans. I know I was also serving you, but you served me. So volunteering is a way of building influence. If you don't know, if I endorse all those persons on all my social media platforms and say, ah, this guy designed my flyer for free, patronize him. He did a great job for me. In fact, the guy that designed my flyer, I've given his number to many persons because I had to say, oh, designed by so and so, voice over by this, video by this. See, ready yourself. Volunteer. Another thing is network with like minds. You're not just going to start a course because you've gone through training, you're good at what you do, and then you go and start a course like that on social media, and then people will now start giving you money. It's not easy oh. You think all of us putting courses out, we are cashing out in millions? Just that I don't understand. It's actually
Okay, so while our guest is having a little bit of issues from our end, I'm seeing some people dropping comments about what you're learning. Okay, so please continue dropping those comments. Let me know what you've learned. Like me, my book is almost filled up. I've been writing since. Whenever you see me look down, I'm writing things I'm learning from her. Yeah, so network should behave itself. I'm sure that network is going to stabilize very soon because I can't afford to stop what I was learning. It's been an amazing experience. I've learned so much. We've learned the types of speakers and how to begin. So many things here. So let me know what you've learned so far. Drop your points, drop the lessons you've gotten so far. I told you that the public speaking guru is is not someone you want to miss. It's not someone you want to miss her session. Her session is going to be amazing and she has lived up to expectations. My YouTube and program MAP said network with like mind. Yes, very good. Network with like mind. Very, very good. When we say your network is your net worth, it is not just about the rhymes. It's very, very important. You should mind the people you mingle with. You should try to associate with people that look like what you want to become. Okay, very, very important. Who are you getting closer to? Who are you networking with? Who you network with can make a whole lot of difference for you. See, people think that, oh, let me just wait for Gift Njoku to come back so that she can continue. And our guest is back with us. Network should behave itself. We are learning so much. We can't afford to have these network issues.
Seriously. So the phone I was using for the Airtel died. I had to come back to my normal MTN line, and I'm hoping MTN favors me. I hope everyone can hear me, please.
We can hear you. The MTN has to behave itself.
Okay. So Choma, can you hear me, please?
I can hear you clearly. Clearly.
Okay, great. So let's move on to networking. I was talking about why you need to connect to like minds. If you want to start up, connect to like minds, people that are in line with what you're doing. I mentioned volunteering, it's a means of connecting. Another means of connecting to like minds is following people that do what you do everywhere. That's why we said turn on your notification button. Follow them, follow them like you're chasing them. It's not everybody you can access personally. The world is now has become a global village. You can become so close to people online. You've not met them, but you're close. Subscribe to their YouTube channels, follow them on Telegram, find their WhatsApp contacts, follow them on Facebook, on Instagram. When people see you commenting frequently, tomorrow you when you want to host them the next time and they've been seeing you around, you send them a message politely, not that you go and say, hi, I have a program, I want you to be a speaker. Somebody has done that to me. Hi, I have a program. I want you to be a speaker. So the program will start so time. This is the date. I look forward to getting your response. In my mind, I say, Chineke God, I don't understand. And this is somebody like I had to check. That was on Facebook. I had to check. We've never chatted before. I don't even know this person. I was wondering how we became friends. You know, there's some people that will chat you up. You'll be wondering, how did I get here? That was what happened to me that day. So please politely reach out to people. Politely reach out to people. They are doing you a favor by you're not even paying them. That's the worst. Somebody was reaching out to me through her friend and said, I'm going to do this. Was the message. My friend forwarded the message. So tell the public speaking guru I want her on my show. By the time she finishes speaking, we're going to give her the privilege to sell her book. We heard she has a book on public speaking, and that we've heard so much about the book. We're going to give her a privilege to sell her book on our platform. That's going to be a big one for her if she agrees. And I'm like, wow, you go fear now. You need help and you're making it look like you're helping me. You're not paying me. Oh. You know, people don't know how to politely ask. You will lose network if you're proud. Till tomorrow, if I want to invite my closest friends, I make it look like they are doing me a favor, because I know I can't even pay them enough. Please, can you guys still hear me?
I can hear you. Okay, I have to send a link to the second guest speaker. Sorry.
Okay, okay, thank you. So so this is very important. And then one of the next point is be relevant online. You cannot think of building influence as a speaker and generally without having an online presence. In this our dispensation, normal calls won't do. It won't do. Knowing people physically is not enough. Attending conferences live is not enough. You have to build your social media presence. Come online. Social media is not my thing. I don't like showing up. And you want to build influence, except you don't care about building influence. You may have a very big store in a good location, but if you don't have influence, you will not be able to build influence. People will not know you. Okay, I notice I'm back. So you might have a very big store in like real life, like on site. If you want to make more sales, if you want to drive more sales, if you want to build influence the more, you need to step out on social media. That beautiful building, post about it. Let me tell you something about generating content. I have few minutes, 5 minutes left. Some people are worried about how do I generate content in building influence. You go out, you meet somebody, you meet a new friend, post about it, but do it well. It doesn't have to be too lengthy. You learn a new word from somebody, from a child, or from somebody you didn't expect, post about it. Keep showing up. You learned about why you shouldn't use pause fillers when you're speaking, for instance. So the use of as in, yeah, like people do that a lot. It's like swag for them. And for some of them, when they don't know what to say, they use all those pause fillers. You learn about it, and you're on your way to building influence. Post it online. The more you post content relating to that thing you're doing. For public speaking, speaking your way through influence. For public speaking, post about public speaking nuggets. People begin to gain trust. What it does, it works in their psychology. Oh, truly, this person knows about this. So when you are ready to now host a course, start with a free course. It works. Start with something free. Don't start with money. Start with free courses. It attracts people. Now make sure that your free course, you could even do a collabo with people. It helps you. Those people's audience becomes your audience. Yeah. So you're knowing me. Some people don't know about me. They are knowing me through Chioma. It's practical. We are being very practical about this. Some people have never heard about me. You're hearing about me today. You're seeing me today. You're listening to me speak today for the first time. That's what collaboration does. So build influence through other people's influence and start with a free course. Then you can continue. But keep showing up. Don't stop. Be intentional about showing up. Keep showing up. If you show up today and the next 1 month we don't see you, you're not serious. You're not serious. Nobody will believe you. They'll not believe you. You will just be there. And when you show up, you just see people looking at you. And one more thing, please don't get the ideology that when you start, you're going to start off very successfully. You might make posts and people are not commenting. You might make posts and it's only one comment. Don't stop. Keep making that post. Sometimes use your money to run sponsored ads on Facebook. If it's Instagram, run sponsored ads on Instagram. Let more people see you. You have to invest. Put money. Put money. If you are stingy, forget about personal development. Forget about influence. If you are stingy, it's not like we don't have plenty money to throw around. See, but we are using what we have to get what we want. That's it. Use
True.
see that thing, use what you have to get what you want. That is what drives many of us. It's not like we are seeing money falling down on us and we are paying up and down for courses. We understand that if you want to be intentional, you use what you have. If you want to build influence, it doesn't happen overnight. People have burnt their candles, people have spent money, people have strategically planned, they've worked out events, they've attended people's conferences, they've attended people's life conferences, they paid for people's courses. When it's time for them to now start sowing, they will reap. It's not magic. So generally, this is just it. You have a purpose, you learn well, you volunteer, sell yourself, give yourself out to people, network with people, and then keep being relevant, keep showing up. I believe I did justice to my time. Thank you,
You
Choma, for
did
this time.
justice.
I
Thank
appreciate
you
the
so
privilege. God
much.
bless you.
Thank you so much, public speaking guru. I learned a whole lot today. Now I want to take some questions from participants. So if you have any question, please drop it so that we can ask our guest before she moves over to our next program. I'm sure she has the program right now. She told me about it. So let's drop our questions quickly so she can answer before we allow her to go to attend to our next program. So we just take basically like 2, 3 questions. So be among the first 3 people to drop their questions so that the public speaking guru can attend to them. Personally, I've learned so much. I've learned so much today. Like today, I got to know we have 4 types of public speakers. The truth about knowledge is that we never stop learning. There's always
True.
a chance to learn something new. The day you stop learning, that's the day you become stagnant. The day you stop learning, you become stagnant because there is
Yeah,
new knowledge. Nobody's an island of knowledge. You always
yeah.
learn from people. And that's why today, when I came with my book and my Bible. I was ready to learn. So many times you see me bending my head. I'm writing down. I'm writing down points.
I know.
Okay, so I'm still waiting for our
I know.
questions.
Okay.
Or if you don't have questions, can I allow our guests to go? If you don't have questions, just let me know how the experience was for you. Just tell me I had a great experience. We can allow our guests to go. Thank you so much, ma. If you don't have questions, please let me just see your comments so I could know which step we're taking.
Okay. So please, you could type for me, Choma. You could type in the comment section my number to reach out. Anybody that wants to reach out
Oh,
to me, yes, my number is going to be dropped in the comment section.
okay.
Okay, I'll just quickly say this. So you could reach me on Facebook at Gift Njoku, GIFT Gift, normal gift, and NJOKU, Gift Njoku on Facebook, and on Instagram, Njoku Gifted. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you. We have a question from
Bye.
Nweke Chemiri. He said, please, what is the difference between motivational speaker and transformational speaker? That's the first question. Then the second one is from Nweke Hope. He said, good evening, ladies. Thank you for your time. Please, can you recommend books for an upcoming motivational speaker? Okay, those are
All
the
right.
first 2 questions we have.
Okay. All right. So about the difference between a motivational and transformational speaker, I said that earlier in class, but I'm going to quickly reiterate. Motivational speakers would motivate you. They would help you learn to be intentional. They would help you pick up from your down state. They are meant to inspire you, basically. Okay. But transformational speakers, I believe you guys can hear me, please.
I can hear you.
I believe you can hear me. If you can hear me, please. I am not
I
seeing
can hear
Choma.
you.
Okay, but transformational speakers, what they do is they help you understand the concept of personal development. They help you pick up from the down state.
Favor Chinola said, if you're stingy, forget about personal development. I love this. I also caught that. And that's very, very true. That is very, very true. If you're not willing to spend on yourself to grow, forget about personal development. Personal development is not cheap, it doesn't come free. At first, you might start with free courses, but as you grow, there comes a hunger for something more. And I'm a coach. I know what I give out for free and I know what I give out in paid classes. In paid classes, I'll give out value, yes, but it can never be compared to what I give out in paid classes. Like this program now is free, and we have a lineup of amazing speakers. It's going to be mind blowing. You're going to learn a lot. But I have a program in November, and I know what the program entails. It's for 1 month. It's a 1 month training on public speaking, writing, and spoken word, and it's for a month. I know the amount of energy, the amount of preparation that goes into that program. This is the third edition we're having. Actually, third edition, yes, we're having this year. It's supposed to be next year. So I know what goes into it. Like this program now, you're having question and answer sections, but we know we cannot take the questions of every single participant here. But during paid classes, everybody gets a chance to ask their questions. You get to have classworks, you get to have assignments, and in my paid classes, you write exams too. You have exams. Like during this training next month, there's going to be a writing challenge so you can practice your writing skills. And I'm going to correct those write-ups. Public speaking class is part of it. I told you it's about creative writing, public speaking, and spoken word. During the public speaking class, you participate in a public speaking competition. So it puts you out there. You're actually practicing these things and you're learning from practical tips, not just me speaking to you, explaining to you, and telling you theories, but you get to actually practicalize these things we tell you. And then there are words to be won during the public speaking tournament. Then the spoken word class, you get to create your own videos. So even though free classes are good, when you grow, if you want to actually get to that peak point of your career, you have to learn to use your money to pay for paid classes. Otherwise, you keep playing on the freebies level. So it's already 8:04. I think my network is having some issues. Okay, so we have some questions coming in. Our guest is having some network issues. Now, the question said, you said something about having a niche. Can you combine two or more of the speaking types? So our guest is not here right now to answer those questions. But here's the answer to that question. Since our guest is not available, I'm going to stand in for her because I think her network is bad. And by the time she comes back again, we already have to move on to our next session. So let me just attend to those questions coming in. Yes, you can combine you can combine the niches together. Being a transformational speaker does not stop you from including some bits of motivation. It doesn't stop you. Actually, you cannot really separate all the niches. Once in a while, you need to take a blend of some of these other types of public speaking. Otherwise, it's going to become, what's the word, monotonous. So as a motivational speaker, once in a while, you can talk about transformational speaking, okay? But what it means is that when people think about you, something should come to their mind. Something should come to their mind. So you have to have a particular niche, even though once in a while, you still make use of the other niches, okay? I hope that is clear. So even as a motivational speaker, it doesn't mean that I'm not allowed to once in a while add some piece of humor, like what she talked about, the entertainment speakers. It doesn't mean that there's a rule that says once I'm a motivational speaker, I must stick to it throughout. No, I could do a bit of this and that, but I should have a core focus. That's why it's called a niche, not a prison. It is a niche and not a prison. You're allowed to participate in other things, but you should have a core focus. Okay? Okay, Samuel Jordan said, why do some people in our nation hate motivational speakers and also are fond of calling anyone making sense motivational speakers? I think most of these hate speeches come from a place of dissatisfaction. These are people that do not want to take charge of their life. So they believe they don't understand what motivational speaking is really all about. Motivational speaking is supposed to energize, is supposed to spur you to take actions. So when they listen to these motivational speakers, they do not end up implementing what these people say to them. And so they do not see the results that they had craved for. And so they become bitter and angry and try to take out their anger on motivational speakers. So that is why many people are upset with motivational speakers. That's why many times you see people talk about motivational speakers with a negative connotation, but it's basically not the motivational speaker's fault. They could motivate you all day long, but it's up to you to take action. That's why it's called motivation. It's supposed to what? Motivate you. It doesn't give you the results unless you take actions. But I think many people just, and again, we have the bandwagon issue because one influencer talks about motivational speakers in a bad way. Their followers just follow the trend. They've not had any issue with motivational speakers, or because their celebrities spoke about motivational speakers badly, they just follow the trend. So that's why sometimes we have people talk about motivational speakers in a bad way. So we are done with our first speaker session. Now our next speaker is Israel Nwanfu, and is going to be speaking to us on talent monetization. Personally, I'm so excited about this one. I'm so excited about this second session, talent monetization, because I want to learn how to monetize my talents. I know I'm making some small changes from my gifts, but I want to learn how to make the big money. Okay, so I'm so excited to learn from Israel Nwanfu on talent monetization. Yes, I appreciate Mrs. Gift. Jubola said, thanks a lot, Miss Gift. I really appreciate your time, and I must say I've learned a great deal from you tonight. Personally, I learned a whole lot. Like I told you, I've been writing down a lot of things. So I want to check up on our guest. So just give me 1 minute. Let me tell him that he can go live with me too. Okay? Please don't go away. Just stay tuned. I'll be back in less than a minute. Yeah. So I'm going to tell our guest that it's time for him to join me live. Okay? So who is excited to learn from Israel Nwafu? Samuel Jordan said, as in air, even the leaders go for higher stage, talk more of the followers. Well, that's something great to look up to. Yes, personally, I take classes. I remember at the beginning of this year, I wanted to pay for a class of 100,000 naira. and that was Steve Harris' class. So we still take classes, we still learn, because the day you stop learning, like I told you, that's the day you become stagnant. Being skilled is not enough. You have to learn how to brush up your skills. If you want to go far, you must continually get trained. I was good at public speaking as a child, but it didn't mean that talent is enough. Talent was not enough. I had to get trained. If I tell you the amount of mentorship I've undergone to get to where I am right now, it will blow your mind. I'm not just a product of my talent, I'm a product of training. I've been trained by public speakers who are good. So now our next session is going to be about talent monetization. And our guest speaker is none other than Israel Nwafo. And we're excited to have him tonight. If you've ever heard the Money Magnet speak before, you know they are in for something amazing. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome none other than Israel Nwafo. Let's welcome him in the comment section. Let him know you're excited to have him in the house.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Can you
Welcome,
hear
sir. We're
me?
excited to have you. We can hear you clearly.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's amazing. It's amazing to be here, and I truly appreciate everyone that made out time to be here. I want to appreciate Miss Choma and your team for organizing such an important program. Looking at the time we find ourselves, a time where anybody that is depending on a job, on a government job, is maybe making a mistake. Anybody that is putting all his eggs or her eggs in the basket of private employment, the person might be making a very big mistake, because things have changed massively. There is a massive shift in how money is being made. Okay, so um, it's really a good time. We are living in the best time. We are living in the best time. For me, all the changes that is going on in our economy, that is going on in our um, generation, is not happening against us. It's happening for us. Let me say that again.
True.
All the changes, all the things that look like disadvantage that is happening presently in our generation is not happening against us, is happening for us. But the truth
I'm
is
writing
that
that down.
okay, the truth is that only those people that understand what is going on and are able to differentiate it from what is happening are the people that will benefit from this change. Okay, there is a difference between what is going on and what is happening. What is happening is that economies are crashing, not only Africa, not only Nigeria, other parts of the world. There is a serious economic challenge, and it's disturbing everybody, it's disturbing every sector. So, but what is going on is that a young girl in, let me say, Kenya, is staying in her room, and in 24 hours she has made $50,000. A young boy in Lagos, a boy of 22 years in Lagos, before 7 days will run out, he has made 700,000 naira. That's what is going on. What is happening is that the economy is shaking. Things are not the way they were 20 years ago, 10 years ago. So
True.
a lot of people are being displaced. Now, a lot of people's value, the value they bring to the market, is not really appreciated and rewarded, because they don't understand what is going on. They are only caught up in what is happening. And the first thing I want to tell us today is you have to disconnect yourself from what is happening and plug yourself to what is going on. What is going on is that a program like this, you should not miss any day, because this program prepares you for to position yourself in a way that you are making money from your talent or from your business or from your skill or from your knowledge without anybody asking you where is your certificate, without anybody asking you which school did you attend, without anybody asking you how many WhatsApp views do you have or how many YouTube subscribers do you have. Nobody have time for that. What people are, the only thing people might ask you is where is your portfolio. Your portfolio is what problems have you solved recently? What capacity do you have recently? Okay, and I'm going to be talking from the aspect of talent. I don't know whether somebody is ready because I'm going to blow your
I
mind
am
this night.
ready. I am ready. I am extra ready. I want to learn how to monetize my talent.
Yeah, Choma, you're already making money now. Why are you doing like
No, there are
this?
levels to this thing. I want to make more money. See, there's never
All
an
right.
end to the amount of money you can make.
Quickly, I'm going to talk about the pig farm and the girl on Facebook. That's the topic of my sermon. The pig farm and the girl on Facebook. Now, I graduated at the top of my class, and I had these 6 employers that told me, "Hey boy, you are intelligent, you are good. Just graduate and come. We will employ you here. I will call my friend in so 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 place. He will give you something. I will contact the commissioner of this. They will give you a job." I was working so hard in school. I was reading. I was minding my business in school. I suffered a lot just to make sure I graduated with a first class. When I now graduated, I came to them and say, "Baba, I don't finish, oh, see me, oh." Now, to my surprise, one of them told me, "Please, if you have any money, give me. I'm looking for money like you." Man, when the helper now needs help, there's problem, there's wahala. So I was so devastated, I was so disappointed because the 6 of them turned me down. They had nothing to give to me. And I didn't have any skill. I have not learned any other thing. I just had only the paper, only the certificate. And that was the beginning of my nightmare. It was terrible because my family was expecting me to begin to bring something home. They have finished training you, they have been giving you money, you pay school fees and all that. Even though they didn't pay all of them, I paid most of them. Okay, so but now they are legally and officially expecting me to be bringing money to them. So that you don't have
Because
a
you're a
job is not.
graduate.
Yes, now because I'm a graduate, so because that I don't have a job is not their business. They don't want to hear that one. Like some of you listening to me, some of your siblings are calling you, "Brother, send me money. Oh. Look at what they say we should buy. Sister, send me money. Oh. I don't have a job. I don't have a business." They don't want to know. You are their elder brother. You are their elder sister. And responsibly, you are supposed to do that. So you are in a trait. You are in a trait that you are trying to survive, but there are some fingers that are dragging your shirt. So that is why you must take making money with your talent very seriously. So what happened was that I was so frustrated. This thing called depression happened to me. That was the first time I experienced that stuff, and I don't wish my enemy that. Fast forward to when I decided to go to try some offline businesses, and I was just trying to get by before I received a call that I thought is going to change my life. At first, I was so glad because that call came from another state, a bigger state, and the call went this way: "Hello, Israel, how are you?" I said, "I'm fine." Said, "Yeah, we have an offer for you, and we believe you study," because I studied agriculture. They said, "We believe you are the right person for this job." I said, God, thank you. Finally. And I asked the person, "What's the job? Where is it located?" He said, "The job is to come and take care of a pig farm." You remember our topic, right? The pig farm and the girl on Facebook. So this is the aspect of the pig farm. come and take care of a pig farm. Omo, to tell you the truth, my spirit went down. My spirit went down. What am I doing in a pig farm? A first class graduate like me to come and be those pigs that are very hostile creatures. Because I we have studied pigs, so they are one of the hostile animals you can see around. I told the man, Oga, please, I cannot. And I dropped the call and I returned back to my sorrowful state. I want you to understand that what I experienced then was terrible. Cannot explain all of them now. So, but after some time, I went on Facebook as a free modite. I don't know whether there's any free modite in the house. I was a chairman in my own time of free mode on Facebook. So I was just going on my free mode when I stumbled on a post, and I cannot forget that man's name. I forgot his surname, but his first name I cannot forget because that was the starting point of what happened to me. The man started saying in his post, he said in his post that he makes money from Facebook, and he knows a lot of people that makes money from Facebook. I was the person that I couldn't I don't see Facebook as a place you make money. How can you come on Facebook and you're making money? Is it that you put ATM in your phone and money will be coming out? That was what was going on in my mind. But the man convinced me and I somehow believed. And I said, okay, I added the man, I started following him. I went to his friend list, I added some of his friends, and I started following them. I started coming to Facebook more frequently because I was not a Facebook person. I was thinking Facebook is for people that are wasting their time. But I was wrong because one of the days, a young lady, now this is the aspect of the young girl who have talked about the pig farm. Now a young girl now sent me a DM that I should come and vote for her in a writing competition in one of the Facebook groups. I said, so I'm even useful in this Facebook. I went there, Piam, I voted. I discovered that as I joined the group, I couldn't leave. It was a writing competition, a 29-day writing competition. And it was a serious one because even the admin, the owner of the group, was part of the competition, and there were a lot of gifts. I said I didn't know how to write. I don't have any talent. Nobody should disturb me. But I noticed that people that joined after I joined the competition, and they were like saying, "Wow, this competition is good," and all that. On the day 9, I decided to join the competition, and I started writing with them. Before, I'm the person that thought that writing is for women, writing is for ladies. That was part of my orientation before. But that event made me to discover that it's not only for women because I saw a lot of men that were writing superbly. I started writing with them, and at the end of that writing competition, I emerged number 60 something out of 200 and something that participated. And I said, wow, this is amazing. This is amazing. So I could write and the admin will approve. I've not written on Facebook before. Okay. Now from there, I started writing. That was when I discovered that I was a writer. That was when I discovered that I had the writing talent. So I went ahead and I started writing every week on my Facebook page. And in January 2020, this thing was happening in November 2019. In January 2020, I started writing that November. Immediately I finished that contest, I started writing on my Facebook. I didn't allow the thing to calm down because the thing was flowing so much. So I was writing every week, and most of the stories I was writing was my experience in school and how I was able to make a first class. Okay, so somebody came to my DM one day and now asked me, "Hello, bro, is it not good that you organize a class to teach people how to pass their exam?" I said, "Please don't bring this matter to my table. Oh, I don't want problem." He said, "No, no, no, no. People are going to be interested." And I talked to two of my friends, Mr. Valokafo and Ebenezer Okorie. I told them that look at what somebody is saying. He said, yeah, it's good. Go ahead. I said, look at what these people are saying. Before I would know, they say I should go and create a group. They started pushing me. And I went to create a flyer. I told them, okay, let them help me to design flyer. One of them is very good with graphic designing. He helped me to design the flyer, and to my surprise, for the first time, I had 173 people from 4 countries. And it was in that class I came to realize that you can make money from anything, from anywhere. It was a free class. But I discovered that as I was teaching them, many of them said why they are facing challenges in getting a good result from their academic journey was because they don't have money to support themselves. They don't have textbooks, they don't have this and that. What happened was that I told them, okay, what if I show you how to be making money with as you are schooling? Are you going to pay? They said, yes, we will pay. I was surprised. I said, okay, 115. Pay 115. I will teach you. To my surprise, I started getting alerts for the first time. For the first time in my life, I was getting alerts from people I don't know, I've not met before. Why? Because of the value I gave in the free class. Follow me. That was what happened. And that was the first money I made online from my writing skill. Remember how I moved to this stage? Because I started writing. It was because I was writing, somebody said I should host a class. And from that class, a paid class came out. I now said, oh, if as a novice in writing, I can make money, what will happen if I become a master? I now started looking for people I will pay for their courses. I paid for it during a there was um, writing of your manuscript challenge. I paid for Clarence Arute's class. I even this Chioma Nnanna, I paid her money to learn something from her about writing or so. So I started training myself. I started polishing that talent of writing, and I wrote my first ebook in August 2020. It is your turn to make money online, and that was it. That was where my game changed. That was where my name became popular. That was when people, after I launched that book, everything changed. Everything changed. People started calling me an author, and from there, I'll be invited for. I started getting invites, public speaking invites, both virtually and physically. And when I'm being called on the stage, they'll be saying he's a fast selling author. I say, wow, like this is the. So I made money from that book. I wrote the second book, I wrote the third book, I wrote the fourth book. And I've written another one this year, the Millionaire Financial Planner. What am I saying? Your talent is your ATM card. It was from that book I wrote from my writing talent that opened every other business I'm doing today. Today I'm a business expert. Today I'm a sales expert. Today I'm a digital skill expert. And all of them came from my writing talent. And I've made so much money. I've made above 1 million from these sources of income. Why? Because I started with my talent. There is no talent you have that is useless. Let me say that again. There is no talent you have right now that is useless. That is why, in fact, God gave you a talent as an ATM card that you will use to pay for all your bills on earth. Your talent is your ATM card that you will use to pay for all your bills on earth. All you have to do is to discover, then polish, then monetize. Discover that talent, polish, monetize. I'm going to talk quickly on how to discover your talent and the business of your talent. Then I'm going to talk on a little discrepancy between talent, passion, and profit. Then finally, I will just round up. So what is your talent? Your talent is those things that come to you easily. Okay, I hope you are following me up to this point. Your talent are those things you do why it is difficult for others to do. It's easy for you. There are three ways to discover. There are many ways, but I do teach these three ways in my conferences. One is you were interested in that thing when you were small, and you are still interested in it now that you are an adult. That is a pointer that that thing is your talent. You always want to sing. Have you seen children that they will be crying, they will be making noise, scattering everywhere, but immediately you put music, they will suspend everything they are doing and come and be dancing. They will remain there. They want to figure it out. That child might have a music talent. He or she might have something to do with music. So you were obsessed with drawing when you were small. You always wanted to draw something. Every time you are drawing, you spoil all your notebook with drawing. And today, when you see art, you are fascinated, you are attracted. That can be your talent. So that is for something you were interested in when you were young, and something you were interested in, and you are still interested in it now you are an adult. The next way of discovering your talent is you lose track of time when you do it. For instance, I can talk like this for till morning. I can talk like this till morning because it's part of my talent. It was through my writing talent when people started inviting me for engagements like this, I started speaking and I went to train myself to know how to speak well. Before I can't speak English, oh, I can't speak English before. English was a problem, a big problem. Okay. Before I can't address an audience, whether offline or online. Online is online is even more, will I say, technical, but I can't count how many conferences I um attend. Okay, I can't count how many conferences I speak on. Okay, so because I trained myself, I've taken trainings upon trainings to improve myself, and I still take trainings. Chioma Nnanna, I took her training on public speaking, and it was wow. It was so impactful and effective, and one of the reasons I can communicate with you this way. Imagine that I don't know how to communicate what I'm communicating with you today. What will happen? You will lose value, and your bondage will be extended until you meet somebody that have developed his or her talent to communicate value properly. So the second way is that you lose track of time when you do it. Let's say you enter your room and immediately you begin to sing. You sing until somebody come and beat you because you will not stop. Immediately you begin to write. You write till night. You forget that you have not eaten. You forget that you have not taken your bath. That's a pointer that's your talent. Then number three, the last way or the third way you can use to identify your talent, which um is very easy, is when you see someone else doing it wrong, you are angry. And when you see somebody else doing it well, you're happy. You just feel the happiness, you just feel the joy. Yes, that can be a pointer that that's your talent. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is how do you monetize your talent? Let me do it this way. Number one, there are monetizable talents and non-monetizable talents. Yes, you can make money from all your talents, but I'm addressing an African audience and specifically a Nigerian audience. I know that there are so many things that can happen in Europe, and I hope you know that there are a lot of things that can happen in Europe that is not possible here. And this is where a lot of people miss it because you think the systems and the environments are the same. No. And this is why this kind of program is very important so that you understand the dynamics of where you are and position yourself where the game is happening. Okay. So the first way to make money from your talent is to move your talent from a talent to a skill. Okay. You have to become a skillful singer for you to make money from singing. You have to become a skillful footballer like Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi for people to pay you money for playing football. You have to be a skillful writer for people to um, read your contents, for people to pay you for the book you wrote. You have to be a skillful public speaker for organizations to invite you to come and talk to their audience, to come and talk to their staff, just as they invite us. You have to be skillful. You have to move your talent to skill. Now, moving your talent to skill is one. Knowing the business of that skill is two. So you are doing two things. You are moving your talent to skill, and you are doing the business of that skill. So a lot of people are skillful, but they don't make money from their skill because they don't know the business of their skill. As somebody that knows how to sing, anybody that knows how to sing has a good voice. That means you can do voiceovers for advertisement videos. You see that? So that's the business of your talent. The skill is to sing. The business of that voice is to do voiceovers. There are so many people that know how to sing that also know how to do spoken word. So you can do spoken word as the business of your talent of singing. You know how to write. What is the business of writing? Ebooks, writing hardcover books, becoming a copywriter for businesses. Now, becoming, I'm a copywriter, a good one for that matter. Okay, that's why I don't pick copywriters for my advertisement. I write my copies. I even write for businesses and they pay me. But I started with writing. Writing is my talent, but I can do content writing. I can do copywriting. This is the business of writing. Writing is the skill. The business is copywriting and content writing. So if when you discover that you're a writer, you will now look for the aspect of writing that there is money. Another aspect of writing that there is big money is ghostwriting. A lot of money is in ghostwriting, people. I saw a book. I visited my Zenith Bank friend, a big guy in Zenith Bank. I visited him. I saw a book in his shelf. I took that book, and that book was titled, um, what was it titled? Africa, Arise and Shine. And at the end of the day, the writer, the author of that book was Jim Ovia, the founder and the CEO of Zenith Bank. Immediately, I understood that it was not him that wrote that book. It was a ghostwriter. Guess how much they will pay that ghostwriter? He may not be poor again in life. That ghostwriter may never be poor again in life. So it's very, very important that we understand the business of our skill. This is part of what I do in my one-on-one mentorships, where I take people and we do clarity sessions and we discover their genius zone and we create a business out of their. See, as you are right now, you are a millionaire. You are a billionaire. As you are listening to me right now, you just need to follow these things the way they are. You just need to move that talent to skill, then discover the business of that skill. You make a lot of money. So I don't think there is much thing to say here. All you have to know is you have something in you. There is something only you can do, and that is your superpower. Only you can talk like you. Only you can write like you. That's your superpower, people. That's your superpower. If you can own it, you need to own it. A lot of people, the problem I have with a lot of people is they want to be other people. They want to write like Chioma. They want to speak like Israel. They want to do things like their neighbor, like the other person on Facebook, the other person on WhatsApp. No, own your voice. Okay, own your voice. I've been called to platforms where foreign speakers are speaking, and I use I even use Igbo sometimes, my Igbo language. And people love it, and people call me. They call me again and again and again. Why? Because I owned myself. I own my voice. So stop running away from your voice. Stop running away from who you are. Face who you are and make a legend out of it. Face who you are and make a legend out of it. I'm going to tell you four places money hides, and then I'll tell you some of the things I do so that if you have any interest, you can come on board. Now, four places money hide is. mm, Before I say that, let me say something very important. I want to talk about mindset. Some of you don't believe you can make 1 million naira before you clock 30 or before you clock 25. Some of you believe that you are only going to be wealthy when you are 40. Hmm, that's a big problem there. You need a serious mindset reprogramming. It's not really your fault because you were born into, if you were born into lower class families, or a lower class family, or you were born into an environment that encourages and preaches scarcity, that is your first job. Your first job is not to go and start a business. Your first job is to reorient your mind. Your mind is the driver of your life. If you don't believe that you can be rich, if they give you 200 million naira today, your mindset, if you have a 100K mindset, that mindset will drag that 100 million to 100K, and the only thing that will remain with you for a long time is 100K, because you have a 100K mindset. If you don't believe that you are needed in this world, that there is a problem God put you in this world to solve, if you don't believe that you're a person of significance and essence, even if they call you and give you an opportunity to share your value anywhere, you must fumble, because your mindset doesn't propel that. So the first work you have to do is to reorient your mindset. And that's what I do in my one-on-one mentorship. I take time and I give you a lot of bamboozling, because if you miss it there, you will remain in that circle of failure. It doesn't matter the job. That's why you see people that earn 5 million every month, and at the end of the month, they are owing, they are in debt, and they remain in paying debt from year to year. But you see somebody that just started the other day and it keeps growing, and before you know, here is a multi-millionaire. The difference is mindset. It's not the job you're doing. Okay. So, for you to make money from your talent, you need to change your mindset. You need to believe in yourself. You need to believe in your mindset, in your talents. Okay, there are two things: believing in yourself and believing in your talent. Some people believe in themselves, but they don't believe they can write something that people will say, "Wow, this is amazing." Some people believe in themselves, but they don't believe that they can sing in a way that somebody will stand up and begin to clap. They don't believe that. And when they actually sing, people tell them, "You are joking." That was their mind. Okay. Can you still hear me? Okay. So, I don't know whether you can still hear me, but let me just conclude. Now, I want to say the last thing. Focus on your talents that are needed in this environment. One of one of my mentees, she's so obsessed about writing poems. She's so obsessed about writing poems. And when she asked me recently, sir, but why are Nigerians not interested in poems? I told her, my dear, it is what it is. So if you want to make money from your write, because she's a good writer, if you want to make money from your writing talent, write books on money, write books on sex, write books on weight loss, write books that are relevant to this audience. If not, sapa will tear your clothes. Why? Because the audiences are different. I gave her two options. It's either you write those poems and put them on Amazon, where the people that appreciate poems are. Amazon is where Europeans are, and Europeans love poems. You know, so they don't get too much wahala for their side. So they are looking for poems, they are looking for songs, they are looking anything you put on Amazon, they'll buy, as far as you strategize it well. Okay. I told her it's either you do that or you write books that are relevant to this climb. Don't let anybody deceive you. There are things that are important to this country. There are things that are not important. If you are passionately doing those things that are not important to them, you will waste your time, energy, and money, and Sapa will still slap you. Sapa is a bastard. He will slap you. Okay, so um, the last thing I'll say, or the second to the last thing I'll say is hustle. Okay, passion, passion, profit. The difference between passion, talent, and profit. Now, your passion can be to impact lives. You know, when you ask a normal youngster, what do you want to do? I want to impact lives. That's your passion. But you need resources for impact. You can't make any impact without resources. Every man has a voice, but the money in your bank account is the volume. Every man has a voice, but the money in your bank account is the volume of your voice. So for you to achieve your passion, you should start by making profit. So your talents may be giving you profit, but may not be giving you enough profit. So you should look for other ways to make profit. And that's where passive income comes in. Okay. You can have a passive income business that is not related to your talent. There's nothing wrong with it. You must not be a C. Ronaldo. You must not be an Oprah Winfrey. You must not be a Beyonce. You must not be all these people that are using their talent solely to make money. But if you look at those people, they have other businesses. Okay. The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, he has other businesses. He has a lot of businesses. All these guys, it's not only that. Cristiano Ronaldo makes more money from Instagram than football. You understand that? Cristiano Ronaldo has a fashion outfit. The same with Messi. Okay, so you must be flexible about these things. The most important thing is for you to generate profit and fund your passion. Because if you focus on passion, Sapa will kill you and your passion, and you will die, and people will come and bury you and eat rice and drink Coke and Fanta in your burial. Okay. So I think that is for that. So if you are just starting out and you don't have money to pursue your passion, focus on making money first. You can start with affiliate marketing. Okay, I'm an affiliate marketing expert. I make 6 figures from affiliate marketing. You can start with WhatsApp marketing. You can start with copywriting. These are high income skills that are going to give you some profits that you can use to fund your passion, and you can use to develop your talents. Okay. So I am into digital skills. My company teaches digital skills. So if you're interested, you can come on board. So my ebooks are also available for you. Break Procrastination is one of my fast selling book, a book that shows you How to Become a Person of Action and Achieve Much in Less Time. It's a book that shows you how to multiply your time, how to increase your capacity, and how to achieve more in less time. It's Your Turn to Make Money Online is a book that shows you some secret ways of making money online as a beginner. Um, I have some other programs like the one that is going on right now, the Ember Money Boom class, is focusing on showing the participants how to make money in Ember months. There are businesses that thrive in Ember months, and these these businesses command a lot of money. Why? Because people are bringing out their money to spend that they have saved since January. Okay, that's the simple logic. And I taught over 60 people this thing last year, and they had massive results. This year, over 50 people have registered, and that class is starting on Saturday. And it's just 1,000 naira. I made it so affordable so that I just want to help a lot of people, get out of the financial torture that is going on presently in this country. So thank you so much, people. I love you all. Thank you for having me. Yeah. I don't know whether Choma is still there. So you can connect with me on Facebook, Israel Nwafo. You can connect with me on WhatsApp, 07063739000. So that's my WhatsApp number. You can connect with me on Instagram. I am Israel Nwafo. So I don't know what might be the problem. So can somebody? Okay. Wow. 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 I'm just seeing the comments now. This is amazing. Please, if the thing was both you, go on your Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, and write the title of this program. Hashtag me, tag Chioma Nnanna, and all that. Please, 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 please. Go take some of these lines that you are putting here um and post on your WhatsApp, Facebook, everywhere. Let them know that they are missing a lot. They are missing a lot. Yeah, 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 yeah. Wow. I'm so happy. I'm so this. Thank you so much, Esther. Thank you so much, Samuel. Thank you so much, Amrachi. Thank you so much, Hope. Thank you so much, Vivian, Chinaza. Wow, this is great. Yeah, Vivian, you can ask your question. Ask your question here so that I can answer you. Wow, Elizabeth. I'm so happy you said you learned a lot. Yeah, Makala Anthony, thank you for that. Wow, I love this. I love this. Somebody should chat Shoma up and tell her I'm done. Oh. We don't need to talk too much. Yeah, Vivian, ask your question. Vivian Ezel, say you have a question. I have 3 minutes here. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. We'll all meet at the top. All of us go blow. We'll never be small. Okay, my WhatsApp line is 07063739000. 07063739000. If you are sending me a message, I have over 1,000 messages. Just send skill up. Add your name and send skill up. Skill up initiative so that I will know you are coming from here. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. So I will be going, guys. A lot to do.
So good evening, everyone. I'm sorry I had some terrible network issues, so that's why I was away for a while. But I'm sure that Israel Nwafo did justice to the session. Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate you. We appreciate it. I'm going through the comments and I'm seeing participants' comments, and I can see that you did justice to your session. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, everyone, the program is supposed to start by 7 p.m. and end by 9 p.m. every day. Today, we had two amazing speakers, Gift Njoku and Israel Nwanfo, speak to us on how to monetize your talent. And the second topic was on speaking your way to influence. And they were both mind blowing sessions. So thank you to our great speakers. We appreciate you. God bless you so much. So see you all tomorrow, same time, 7 p.m. to 8 to 9 p.m. We have two other amazing speakers tomorrow. And trust me, it's an experience you do not want to miss. You do not want to miss it. So I'm going to end this live feed now. Thank you all so much for participating. Thank you all so much. We appreciate you. Your comments, your interactions made it worth it. It encouraged our speakers a whole lot. This is over 2 hours now of value. I appreciate you all for being a part of this, and I appreciate our speakers too. So tomorrow, ensure you come with a friend. Come with a friend, don't come alone. This program was too loaded for you to just enjoy alone. When you're coming tomorrow, come with a friend. Tell them that something great is happening at the Skill Up Initiative Rebooted. Okay? So with that, we'll call it a night today. Good night, everyone. Make some noise about it on social media. Tell them how the experience was today. Let them know that something great is happening here. And then remember, tomorrow, bring a friend. Bring a friend to this place tomorrow. Okay? Good night, everyone. Thank you so much for being a part of this. My name is Chioma Nnanna, the founder of Creators in Business, and I'm your moderator.